And I will start from the area of giving a private accommodation to Mr. Idris. First of all, let me explain the categorization. Man we are discussing today is neither here nor there as a man or a woman to be recognized. Are we going to say he is a man or he is a woman? Now, thank God he openly confessed to the judge that tried her at the magistrate court.
Her or him?
Her or him. You see, the confusion is on. That is where I don't want us to over-celebrate the issue. If I explain the setting up of the accommodation is for condemned prisoners, CC, those who have been sentenced to death. They are apart. They should not mingle with other inmates. The second accommodation is convicted inmates who are the owner of the prison because awaiting trial has not been tried. The accommodation that is provided for all male, are they going to bring Idris with a transgender body look to go and sleep in the general cell with general prisoners? That is where it comes in. That the first thing the record will do is to now say, okay, how do we treat this type of woman? She's not a woman, neither a man.
Neither fish nor frog.
So that,
Because she identified as a man. She's a man. She identified as a man.
that is.
So that's a man.
That's
a man.
The Nigerian law does not.
He's not a man.
Understand
He's a transgender.
transsexuality.
No, but he
identified as a man.
But what of our body picture?
The correctional center is a legal entity in Nigeria.
Exactly. So they now look for a way not to disturb because she can cause heavy riot.
No. He.
You see now.
He identified
as a man.
So we have to
So let's
telling
take
you
this.
how I was in the prison. I spent 10 years in the prison. I am not telling you stories. All those stories you are hearing, majority of those who are contributing don't know anything that is going on in the prison.
Yeah, but your time was in the 70s.
Whether 70s.
The time is different now.
I was in the prison day before yesterday. I was at Kirikiri maximum. Not for his problem, but for the correctional message you mentioned now, which they are introducing. Now they now say, okay, how do we do it? They now say, okay, let us give him a special place. It is like that in the prison. They call it for protective custody because they will tear him to pieces because of his body look. He looks like a woman. He moves like a woman. So for her to go to any cell, there are chronic homosexual inmates that are very hungry to go to any length to tear anybody, even the ones that are not transgender. They try to rape them.
What would they tear?
That is why I'm saying the purpose of giving her that how.
Okay.
So people, this was Evangelist Kayode Williams. I don't even know that he has become a bishop. I saw a lot of comments on this particular interview today. It was as if he was there when the prison services decided to go and give Bobrisky a flat outside of the correctional center, outside of the prison. And for those of you who are older in the house, Evangelist Kayode Williams was as a young boy in the 60s, he was working with Oyenusi. Yes, the notorious thief in Nigeria then was working with Oyenusi, and somehow they were arrested. In fact, I have seen where he told his testimony at Ife back in the days, in the 80s. So he was arrested. If you remember Anini, yes, in Benin, that time Oyenusi was even more terrible than Anini in the 60s, in the 50s, in the 60s in Nigeria. Those are thieves that could disappear, but one day their end came. So this Baba was Kayode Williams was arrested. They were given death sentence, but somehow he came out. He told his testimony that they will come and pick some of them to go and execute, and then somehow they will return him back to the prison. Anyway, so after he was released, he started a prison ministry. So when I saw this today, and I was wondering that was he there when those who decided, Bobrisky's godfather, who was said to have called the Comptroller General of Prison, was it there when they made that decision? I don't know if anyway, it has never happened before that we heard of, that somebody was given flat outside the prison. So I saw a lot of comments in that video. Someone said, I'm 100% sure Abba Kyari didn't also serve his prison sentences. Yeah, that's Nigeria. So someone wrote, a very dark man is doing the job of the police and all those supposed organizations fighting corruption. Yes, I've said it before. Then one said the sentence was imposed on a man. Woman, who are you defending? So a lot of people sent abusive words to this man, maybe because of age, maybe because he's now old. This Baba will be around 80, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so over 80. Yeah, so I don't understand how somebody will be defending the idea that someone who was supposed to serve a prison term was given a flat outside of the prison, and we are justifying it. And rather than for the Falanos to clear their names, as they cleared Bobrisky from the money laundering charges, they went ahead and they are threatening very dark man that they will take him to court, blah 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 blah. I mean, let's face the reality here. Let's face the reality. So it's really a shame that in Nigeria, the Yoruba people will say, "Wọ́n fi ẹ̀tẹ̀ sílẹ̀, wọ́n palàpalàpà." They live leprosy. They are trying to kill ringworm. Which one is more terrible? The prison service has suspended some prison officials. No, it's not about prison officials. Before Bobrisky could be given a flat outside of the prison, it came from very high powered persons up there. So don't just give us rubbish that you are investigating. It is people that are on top, that are in charge. Oh, who is Bobrisky's godfather that say he will not sleep in prison, and they gave him a flat? All right, people, thank you so much. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'll talk to you again very soon. Nigeria is where anything can happen. Anything. Bye for now.